Coach, you excited to get conference play rolling?
Yeah, it's time. I mean, it's I think that I think our guys have learned lessons well, and now it's time to take the tests. And the test is obviously league play. We know everything is revolving around the league. Am I a little concerned that we've got 4 out of 5 on the road to start league play? Obviously, I am. I wish that it was a little bit more balanced than that. But in the backside of it, if we get out and fight and scrap and somehow steal a couple on the road, you're going to get a good portion of end of January and February at home. So we've got a challenge ahead. These are 2 very, very good basketball teams.
Well, you keep everything the same, try to keep things in a routine, but as far as conference play goes, does anything change in your approach or your game planning or how you handle their?
I think there's a little bit. I think there's a little bit more intensity. I think there's a little bit more, in purpose in terms of what you're doing. I think there's a little bit more involved with scouting reports, because you've gotten to watch those guys play 13 games and kind of feel like you have a pretty good sense. I think it's a positive thing for us this year. I believe the only Thursday, Saturday, or back-to-back games that we have are the Green Bay, Milwaukee trip. Other than that, I think we've got 2 games or 2 days to prepare for in between games at times this year, which is a real positive for me as a coach.
How is UIC and Loyola? You mentioned they were getting better than last year. What have they done to improve?
UIC's got some better players. They've got they've got 2 kids that were at Division I schools last year and transferred. One had 1 year left, 6'9" post player who's really, really good. They always had really good guards. And then they have a kid that was at a school last year that his dad got fired on and came in and was able to play right away. So their personnel is much, much better, and so is the case with Loyola. Loyola's got 3 really good freshmen, and then they had a transfer from Iowa sitting out last year at the point guard spot. So this is 2 teams that have clearly gotten better in terms of their talent pool. And they've gotten more experience. A lot of times you might get better with maybe some freshmen. That might take a little bit of time. Both of those programs had guys sitting out that were transfers that have made an immediate impact on them.
What's the challenge of playing 4 out of your first 5 on the road? What's the biggest challenge in that regard?
Oh, I think as a coach, staying patient. We just, in league play like this, you just can't get too high, you can't get too low. You can't, the world's not coming to a stop on a loss. You've got to keep on focusing forward. And you can't celebrate too much if you end up, getting a win on the road. We know, historically that everything that happens, whether it's the NCAAs or the NITs or whatever, happens out of playing league play. And, obviously, we know that, but in the same breath, I think our kids are excited about starting league play, and they followed those guys. They knew a lot about UIC when we started talking, and they knew they'd beat Northwestern, and they knew that Loyola had beaten DePaul the other night, and those 2 teams are having really good years.
You believe that those 2 teams are kind of really reflective of the start they've had? I mean, that's not something that's I don't know. Fluke, but
I don't know. That's a good question. There's been a lot of teams in our league that, over the last 2 to 3 years, that have started off with really good records and gotten to league play and come back to reality. I think these 2 teams are legit, and I still think Valpo is at the top of the class. You get concerned that they run away and hide from the rest of the league. But other than Valpo, I think it's going to be a war every night, which I think makes this league unique.
When you have a guy like Kendrick Perry, how does that help your team and the success you guys have had every night?
Well, you know, the thing about Kendrick is that, you know, he's really not defendable. You know, and I say that because of the fact that he makes everybody around him better. So he's either going to get his, or you're going to get an easy one because of the fact that he's unselfish and the fact that he makes the right pass at the right time. So he's obviously a good basketball player. The thing that I think sets him apart is the fact that he's got such a really good basketball IQ that he makes other people better.
Coach, what area do you think you guys can show better improvement that will have a good impact for you in league play, do you think?
Well, we got to shoot the ball better. I mean, you know, at times this year we've really struggled shooting the ball, and you know, which is somewhat of a surprise for me. I thought that we might have some deficiencies in guarding. I thought we really have guarded tremendously defensively. We've got to shoot the ball better. And as I said to our kids, rebounding the basketball is the key in this league. If you rebound the basketball, you'll have a chance to win every night. And it's so physical. You know, it's no over the back calls. There's no pushing the back calls. It's about manning up and getting rebounds. And you know, those are the two things that we have to do. You know, have to do a better job at.
Do you feel like you're getting better quality minutes from the guys off the bench?
Yeah, I think you know DJ, you know, Bobby Hain. I think Josh Shanaki a little bit too lately. You know, I feel pretty good about, you know, our top 9 guys in terms of being able to play.
Did those teams like the Geneva, the Hiram, the Marygrove help your guys' bench more than anything else?
Yeah, there's no doubt that those guys got, you know, an opportunity to play, opportunity to, you know, get some experience in those situations. But you know, you can go back to start off with George Washington at the beginning of the year and go to Bethune-Cookman and, you know, go to, you know, games at Bowling Green or whatever. You know, the consistency of you know, 8 guys has led to, you know, us having getting off to a pretty good start. DJ has shown signs that, you know, he's a Horizon League guard, and you know, Bobby's just getting better every time you see the dude.
Not just 4 or 5 in the road, but maybe the 4 coldest places on the
Yeah,
team?
I hate the truth, isn't it? I mean, I think that no, I can't say that online. You know, Joe, I can't go there. Yeah. It'll be a little brisk. So.